Yeah, so it wasn't all good, it wasn't all bad about what they were saying before I came to the country. But
Okay,
yeah, I had this paradise, image in my mind. But when I got
okay.
here, I didn't. It's not like the paradise I.
You
Yeah, you
envisioned.
understand.
Yeah.
And it's not bad.
Okay.
Seriously, it's not. Maybe I was thinking like everywhere will be golden, because where I'm coming from. Not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first 2 weeks I struggled looking for a place to live. I,
Okay.
I spent like 2 weeks in hotel. It was
Wow.
expensive. Yeah, you go to this place, I need a place to stay. They tell you, no, we don't accept foreigners. You go to this, we don't accept foreigners. You go to, like, it was
Wow.
actually a challenge. Yeah, you understand? And I didn't know about that before I came. You get what I mean?
Mm.
So I struggled with that. How they told me their people are friendly and all of that. Yeah, some of them were when I actually
Mm.
came here. Some of them were, some who were,
Yeah.
like, you
Unfriendly.
understand?
Yeah.
Unfriendly. I won't say racist, but unfriendly.
Yeah. So in this episode, I'm glad to have with me here Desmond Jabba, who runs a consultancy agency. He helps people across the African continent make the right decisions when it comes to studying abroad. And he has traveled over 16 countries and still counting, currently based in Turkey. And I brought him here today to share his insights over from traveling across different countries and what lessons we can pick from his traveling around, and then when it comes to studying abroad, what we can learn from him as well. You are welcome to Convos from Abroad, Mr. Desmond.
All right. Thank you. I'm super excited to be here and to share my experiences and also share some recommendations and suggestions. And yeah, yes, as we do this, I think I will also learn from your questions as well, because I believe I'm not the first person you have interviewed on this project. So yes, I was excited when you told me about this and when you asked me to join the project, and I'm even super excited now to be here presently to share my experiences, and yeah, I'm just excited.
Yeah. So right. We are glad as well. So the first question I would want to know personally. So obviously you've traveled to a lot of countries um, across Europe, and then you also help students make the right decisions when it comes to studying abroad. I want to know how this journey started for you. Why did you start a consultancy agency? What you've learned from traveling? Yeah, let us know how this all these things started for you.
Yeah, so first and foremost, how this whole journey started. So, like me and just like every other average Ghanaian, let's say youth in Ghana, we have this ambition to travel. Like you understand, like go abroad, start a new life, reset or whatever it is. So my mine started from when I completed my university back in Ghana, UPSA. Yeah, we were actually schoolmates back there.
Yeah,
So even though I had a desire from high school days, the question of how to do it was was actually the challenge. You understand? Was the challenge there. So I was just there, and my brother, shout out to him, he was the one actually pushing for it. Like he had discussed it with my parents, and they liked the idea. But casa the casa, like you understand, like talk the
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
So as to how to go about it too was the problem. So for me, I kept pushing, and I don't know if you know this young man, Billy
Yeah,
Bilson, when we
Billy,
were in school.
Dawson,
Yes,
Dawson,
Bilson.
yeah,
So I saw Bilson was actually into that at that period of time, and I think he's still into it though.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Bilson, one thing led to another. Actually, the whole thing started like was serious. You understand? So Bilson was my guy back then. Shout out to him as well. And Bilson helped throughout the process. Initially, my brother, and this is actually something I want to share to everyone though. You know, most Ghanaians or the Ghanaian youth, when they talk about travel abroad, Charlie, they mind the USA, Canada, UK. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you will not say right in areas like this choke. You understand?
Yes, it's very
It doesn't
difficult.
mean, yeah, it doesn't mean other countries won't, like they won't help you or won't be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer to that is these countries are not the only countries you can do well in.
Mm-hmm.
There are many other countries that you can even do well in more than the big guns like USA, Canada, and UK.
Mm.
Yeah, example of these countries are Netherlands, even Germany,
Mm-hmm.
Turkey here as well, Holland. Sometimes I believe it's placement
Mm-hmm.
and you as a person to how you position yourself. So yes, Wilson helped the whole process. I was done with my national services, so like everything just aligned and
Mm.
but the young man left Ghana.
But
Yeah,
let me ask you this question. So when you were um, working on the process to Turkey, didn't you have any doubt whether you can make it in Turkey? Because Turkey, in Ghana here, the perception we have about Turkey is that, oh, Turkey is
exactly.
like a normal country. It's not a country that you can make your dreams come true and all that. I
Yeah,
knew definitely as a Ghanaian, you have a predetermined perception about Turkey. And how
yeah,
was that
exactly.
thinking for you? And before arriving, after arriving,
Exactly.
what was the reality versus your perception?
Exactly. So, okay, let me just go into that. So, yeah, so, the expectation of my people were, the Canada, blah, blah, blah. And they were shocked when I brought the Turkey New Zealand that, I found someone who got me in school in Turkey, spoke a lot about Turkey. Also, before that, before we even graduated from UPSA,
Mhm.
I attended this, program, Turkish government scholarship program somewhere around East Lebanon. And
Okay.
there also I learned a lot about the country. So coming to hear about the country again, I don't know, it was looking like the universe was speaking to me anyways.
Okay.
But then I just took the opportunity. And the process was quite easy. I don't
Okay.
intend to, yeah, 20, it was quite easy. It was like Bill saying knew what he was doing. All I had to do was to just give him the documents. Admission came. Now the next thing was to, it was a partial scholarship then.
Okay.
So do the necessary arrangement that I had to do. The visa processing too was, straightforward. I just went for the interview. They asked me questions like, okay, so why Turkey?
Okay.
I mean, sometimes that place here where you have to, yeah, you have to be truthful though, but you also have to massage what you have
Yeah.
to say in
Your
order to
responses.
get what
Yeah.
you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. So yeah, it was like 6 7 minutes. The consular smiled with me and
Okay.
just something like that. You understand? Then
Mm.
yeah, they just told me they would call me, and that was all. So I was there 2 weeks on. I got a call to come for my passport.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was a rejection or approval, but yeah, I went there. One guy was in front of me. Yeah. So I was behind one guy. That guy went for his passport and I think he got it.
Oh, okay.
Then he knelt down on the, on the floor and did Allah Akbar. Meaning he got a passport. So that gave me some good feeling that actually maybe
Yeah.
the Sabe Chameleon, like you understand. So I
Yeah.
also
That's
got
right.
my story there and I was happy. I guess thank Bilson also for whatever. And yeah, so I think my experience was I didn't face any challenge. The only
Okay.
challenge was Charlie Kana, you understand the fee,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
visa processing fee. But that is exactly why I've even opened my own travel abroad firm, because
Mhm.
one of the challenges I had was that, sometimes when you're about to do this travel abroad journey or you're about to take on the journey,
Mhm.
most of the agents out there just throw this figure on you like, okay, 30,000 for the whole program, 40,000 for the whole program, like the
Mm.
whole process, yeah. And it's too much.
Yeah.
So what we do, or what I do, is that I break things down for you. The first stage, you just have to, pay, let's say, $250 for your application process.
Okay.
Now, once the admission comes, right,
Yeah.
and you wish to seek our service to, help you with the visa processing, you go ahead with us. If
Okay.
you want to consult somebody else for visa processing, it's cool. Because
Okay.
there have been issues where you give this money to these guys, well, they get you the admission, and when it comes to visa processing, one thing leads to the other. Let's say you get rejected, now your money is gone. You get it, and
Yeah.
it's very sad. So we break it down like, okay, first the admission. But if the admission comes and you want to go, fine. If you don't want to go to, it's on you. We have given you the first stage of the whole process. If you
Okay.
want to if you want us, or yeah, if you want us to continue with the visa processing and other things, we can stay with you. If you want to do the visa processing yourself, you do it yourself. Yeah. So because of these challenges I've been through myself,
Mhm.
and I know there are other students or there are other applicants like me out there who can't cough up all the amounts at once, and they would like
Okay.
to go, stage by stage, or the step by step in the application process. That is how
Okay.
come, like, so that actually drove me to, pushed me to actually set up, uh, and it's actually a lucrative, business. Can everybody want travel?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
it's like the easiest way is
Mm.
the steady route. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, the steady route. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, this was some. I think that was the only challenge. Like, you
Okay.
know, the huge sum of money these agents ask you to pay, and sometimes they even
Mm.
put fear in you that if you don't do it like that, if you don't pay, like they put fear in people, especially the visa side. No, the,
Yeah. I
you
can
understand?
imagine. Yeah.
Like that.
So and with the perception about Turkey, did you prior
Yeah.
to you going, did you know anybody there in Turkey?
So that program I had attended then, yeah,
Mhm.
before the whole thing started. That program, there were people from Turkey who spoke about the country, of course, and there was
Okay.
one guy who also benefited from the program, the Turkish government scholarship program, who
Okay.
also spoke about the program. But of course, you can still have your doubts that maybe these
Mm.
guys, blah blah blah. So what Bilson did was that, well, when everything happened and when I got the visa,
Mhm.
I I had spoken to one guy before I actually took off. I had
Mhm.
spoken to one guy who was already there, whom
Okay.
Bilson actually helped, also. So
Okay.
the guy told me that, blah 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 blah. Also, my brother had called some of his friends who had been here
Okay.
to, yeah. So it wasn't all good, it wasn't all bad about what they were saying before I came to the country.
Okay.
So when I got here, I went to where my school was. But
Okay.
yeah, I had this paradise, image in my mind. But when I got
Okay.
here, I didn't. It's not like the paradise.
You
Yeah, you
envisioned.
understand.
Yeah.
And it's not bad.
Okay.
Seriously, it's not. Maybe I was thinking like everywhere will be golden, because
Ha
where
ha
I'm
ha
coming from.
ha.
Not like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wasn't disappointed. And how they told me their people are friendly and all of that. Yeah, some of them were when I actually
Mm.
came here. Some of them were, some too were,
Yeah.
like, you understand?
Unfriendly. Yeah.
Unfriendly. I won't say racist, but unfriendly.
Yeah.
Yes. And so the first 2 weeks I struggled looking for a place to live. I,
Okay.
I spent like 2 weeks in hotel. It was
Wow.
expensive. Yeah, you go to this place. I need a place to stay. They tell you, no, we don't accept foreigners. You go to this, we don't accept foreigners. You go to, like, it was
Wow.
actually a challenge. Yeah, you understand. And I didn't know about that before I came. You get what I mean?
Mm.
So I struggled with that. And my residency application was full because the school handled everything. We had to pay some amount of money, and
Okay.
that money wasn't even supposed to be paid in the first place. We could have done everything on our own, but hey, first time, yeah. So
Yeah.
we had to wait there, and I've also learned from that. That is also one of the reasons I've set up my company. You understand?
Yeah.
To let students know all this. You
Yeah.
get it, that you
Yeah.
can do certain things on your own, and even if you choose not to do it on your own,
Mm-hmm.
then that one, yeah, if I'm doing for it, I'm charging you. Know that I told you you could have done it on your own. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Exactly. So yeah, so finally we got a place. So when I arrived, another student from Houston arrived at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So then the actually we decided, oh, you know what? Let's all put our resources together and find a place
Yeah.
to be. There was also another perception I had when I was coming. We all see Turkey, or you know, assume that, or I don't know, we have this conception or perception, let's say perception that
Yeah.
this
Perception.
place is an Arabic country.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
And this place
Yes.
is
Yes.
like a war zone and
Ha
not
ha ha.
people, blah, blah, blah. All these are wrong. Yes,
Okay.
they are not Christians. It used to be a Christian nation and later converted into what Islamic or whatever. But yeah,
Okay.
let me say they are Muslims,
Okay.
but more like American Muslims. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yes. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. Now it's just like these other European countries,
Okay.
free, like the younger generation can't go there. They don't even go to the mosque. If you ever visit the mosque, it's only the older generation, the old people who even go there to go and pray. I said, like,
Okay.
everybody is busy. Nobody even gets time to go to the mosque to even go and pray. Yes, there are mosques all over the place, but
Mm.
I don't even know. I said, if there's a version of lukewarm Muslim, how we have lukewarm Christian,
You.
like, you don't
Yeah.
go to, yeah,
You.
yeah, you
You
understand?
find. You
There's
find them in Turkey.
a lot. Yes,
Okay.
the tag that, oh, they are Muslims is just
Okay.
Masha, Allah, whatever, and one, no, no.
Mm.
As well, you see them with a mask, even, how this, strong Arabic countries, some of them, you go to their businesses, their offices, and you see the mask, they will pray, and then, no, no, no. It's not like
Mm.
that. Very
Okay.
peaceful, tight security,
Okay.
yeah, tight security, and very, very peaceful.
Wow.
This war,
No. Those
nothing
are
like that.
wrong perceptions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? These are wrong perceptions. And like, even till now, people still have that. eh,
Yeah. That's true.
You understand? And
That's
one
true.
thing I've also realized about here is it's actually an industrialized country, and they are more
Okay.
into export. And a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
Africans, yeah, a lot of Africans come here to source for products.
Oh, I see.
So that is also one thing I've realized, and I've added to my
Your
company.
business.
So yeah,
Wow.
the logistics aspect of the company, we source for products for people. So whatever you
Okay.
want. There was a time even before I registered the company, I was selling suits and sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would get orders from people in Ghana. Let's say suits. You
Okay.
know how much matriculation and graduation the universities, and
Exactly.
even, and so I was targeting universities, and I was also targeting the military.
Oh,
You
okay.
also see how when a soldier is going to have a wedding, his
Yes.
friend, yeah, they all want to follow and wear the suit and take those pictures. It was like a thing. It's still
Okay.
like a thing.
Yes.
So I
It's
just
so.
partnered with one soldier, just one soldier, and I
Okay.
was getting a lot of orders, like almost every week. This guy is going for wedding and they need this suit, this color, and I
And
would
the
just
quality too is 100%.
the quality is better. So the quality is better than the Chinese market.
Okay.
at that time. So that was, I think that's post COVID, yeah, post
Okay.
COVID. Because I was there 2019, and after my first semester, the second semester, COVID hit us. So the rest of
Mm,
my days in the university, I was here for masters,
okay.
was online. So I
Wow.
only enjoyed one semester face to face. So Charlie, my master's in fact, I didn't really establish a lot, but
Mm,
relationship. But anyways, so I started doing these things, sneakers to Charlie. So already I saw these opportunities. And
okay.
even whilst I was in school, most of the international students were from francophone countries and Asia countries like Pakistan, Indians, and
Okay.
especially and Arabic countries. Their English
Okay.
wasn't really that good, you know.
Okay.
And some of these French students, when they come here,
Mhm.
they learn English within 6 months, and then quickly they push them into the system to register and start the school. So the
Okay.
English is not that good. And me
Okay.
coming from Ghana, especially, I'm like, okay. Then I started doing the assignments and
Okay.
theses,
Okay. For
project
money.
work. You understand? Because
That's right.
I mean, telling a French to write a whole thesis paper or a whole project, like they can't.
What currency
So
do
I
you
just
do you guys eat over there? Do you guys spend over there?
we use we call it Turkish lira. Yes,
Turkish.
lira, Lira, Turkish
Oh, okay.
lira. Yes,
Okay.
that's what we spend here. So we'll come to the currency. So yes, just like I was saying, I
Mm,
saw this opportunity to I exploited it. I established myself as like a project thesis guy in the school. Even after
okay.
I completed, people still, reach out to me for recommendations, and it was something I was doing on the side.
Mm,
Even though all this period, I didn't really find any permanent job to do at that time.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this have been my experiences. There were some things I thought was, there were some perceptions that were proven wrong. There were also
Okay.
some cultural shocks. They
Okay.
are they are aggressive in
Wow.
how they talk, especially how they get angry. Like they get angry quickly.
Really?
I'm telling you, when they're angry and they are talking, I think they talk when it comes to anger and how they should react. They react verbally more, and their emotions, yeah, you get.
Wow. But do they does it transition into physical action?
Yeah, it does. Most of the time it doesn't, but if it does, it's
Mm,
uncontrollable. If it does,
wow.
yeah,
Wow.
if it does, it's uncontrollable.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously, if it does, it's uncontrollable. So to me, I was surprised. Like I'm coming from Ghana, a very peaceful environment. You understand?
Mm,
We are polite. I mean, in most cases, we are polite and
yeah.
kind and all of that. Yes, they are kind to some of them are polite, but when they get angry,
Mm,
well, it's something else.
I
So
see.
yeah, this
I see. So, okay. So, how long was your study time? 1 year?
it was two. So I got here 2019. I was supposed to finish 2021, but I did something interesting.
Mm-hmm.